killer plants. When plants attack. Plants are engineered by nature to survive in their environments. They adapt to get the food and space they need to grow. Some species also have special defenses to keep hungry animals away. Most plants make their own food from sunlight and air. This process is called photosynthesis. Some plants trap insects or other animals to get extra food. Others steal nutrients from other plants. These killer plants strangle, stab, or even poison their victims. Fast fact: water hemlock looks innocent, but its poison can kill a victim in just 15 minutes. Did you know water hemlock is the most poisonous plant in North America? A small amount is enough to kill a cow or even a human. The Venus flytrap. A Venus flytrap opens its leaves wide to trap prey. Its sweet-smelling nectar attracts a fly. The insect lands on the leaf, bending its short, stiff hairs. Snap! The leaf slams shut, and spikes around the edge lock together. They keep the fly from escaping. The trap closes tightly. It squashes the fly. The plant releases special substances that break down the body into tiny pieces. Then the plant digests the victim. Did you know the Venus flytrap grows in soil that are low in nutrients? They catch insects to get nutrients they need to survive. Some even capture small frogs. Fast fact: if a fallen leaf causes the Venus flytrap to close, the plant opens to let the wind blow the leaf away. Here's a practice activity. The spikes on a Venus flytrap form a cage. See how this works by using your own hands. Rest your hands on a table and place your palm and fingers together. Pull your palms apart, resting on the table at the wrists. Spread your fingers out so there are gaps between them. Lace your fingers together and fold them over, and now you've made a fly trap. See this picture? Pitcher plant. A pitcher plant looks like a jug with a wide bottom. It lures insects into its deadly trap. They come to feast on the sugary nectar. Instead, they get a nasty surprise. Inside the pitcher, insects slide down in its waxy, slippery walls. They fall into the pool of deadly liquid at the bottom. This liquid breaks them down into a sort of soup that the plant can soak up. Big pitcher plants can even attract and digest mice, frogs, and lizards. Fast fact: some pitchers are so big they can drown a rat. Did you know a lid keeps rain from filling the pitcher? This would make the pitcher so heavy that the leaf would break off. So you can see this protects it. And that's what a pitcher plant looks like. Sundew. The sneaky sundew lives in places where the soil is low in nutrients. To survive, the sundew traps prey and sticky hairs on its leaves. These work like flypaper. The sundew spreads out the long hairs on its leaves. Nectar on the hair tips attracts insects. When one lands, it becomes trapped in the insect's sticky glue. There is no escape. Other hairs on the leaves curl around its prey. Then the plant slowly absorbs its victim. Fast fact: a sundew can kill its victim within 15 minutes, but it takes weeks for it to fully digest it. Did you know the sticky droplets on the end of a sundew hair looks like dew glistening in the sun? That's how the plant got its name. Bladderwort. The bladderwort plant floats in lakes, bogs, and streams. It has tiny underwater pouches called bladders that trap animals. It uses its prey to get the extra nutrients it needs. Each bladder has a trap door that is usually closed. The trap door is surrounded by small hairs. If a water flea or other tiny animals make these hairs move, whoosh, the trapdoor opens in a flash. The prey is sucked inside. The door is slammed shut, and the victim is then digested into the bladder. Fast fact: the bladderwort absorbs its prey quickly. It resets a trap to catch another snack within 30 minutes. Did you know bladderworts are the fastest plant in the world? Their bladders can open and close so quickly people cannot see it happening. And this is what the bladder looks like. The corkscrew plant. Above the ground, the corkscrew plant clusters of leaves look innocent, but beneath the soil, its long white leaves are a death trap. These special leaves have spiral tubes running through them. Each tube is lined with hairs that point inward. The tiny animals crawl in the tubes. Once inside the tube, there is no escape. The hairs allow the prey to travel further in, but not back out. The animals are forced to go into the hollow chamber. There, digestive juices break down the prey, then the plant absorbs its meal. Did you know the corkscrew plant trap tiny animals that can only be seen with a microscope? Fast fact: the plant's trapping leaves grow up to 6 inches long. And here's a practice activity. Make a trap that only uses inward pointing hairs. Roll a flat slab of modeling clay. Cut 2 straws into 3 pieces each. Stick the pieces into the clay in a row but at a low angle. Lay your hand flat on one end of the clay and push it gently towards the straw hairs. In one direction, your hand should glide over the hairs. In the opposite direction, it will be hard to escape. The dodder. The dodder is a deadly parasite. It cannot make its own food. Its seeds grow in shallow soil. To survive, it must latch on to other plants to steal nutrients from inside their bodies. The dodder has no leaves. Its thin orange stem looks like spaghetti. The stem grows upward by winding tightly around other plants. Little bumps on the sides of the stems invade the other plants. They then suck out nutrients from inside their victims. This attack can be fatal to its prey. Fast fact: the dodder curls around its prey counterclockwise. No one is sure why. Did you know that some dodder plants can make more than 16,000 seeds? These seeds can survive up to 50 years in the soil. Strangler fig. Strangler figs live up to their gruesome name. They strangle other plants. A strangler fig starts growing on the branches of a tree. Over time, its long roots coil down and around the tree and into the ground. The roots take in water and nutrients from the soil. They grow thicker and thicker. They grip the tree tighter and tighter. This keeps the tree from taking in water and nutrients for itself. The tree slowly dies, and the strangler fig takes its place. Fast fact: strangler fig seeds are carried high into the tree in the droppings of animals that eat the plant's fruit. Did you know the strangler fig grows wide roots? These keep it from falling over once the victim is killed. Engineering in practice. Trees have tubes inside their trunks. These tubes carry water and nutrients from the soil. Make this model to see how the strangler fig kills trees. Stuff a cardboard tube with long straws. So you can use like a paper towel holder. Try sucking up the water through the straws. Attach some strings to the bottom of the tube so now they hang down the sides. Now wrap the string around the tubes and pull them tight. This is what happens to the straws inside. Can they still suck up the water? A paya. A prickly paya has a deadly secret. Its picky leaves work like barbed wire fence. They keep large animals from eating the flower in the center of the plant. Animals avoid the plant because the spikes have sharp and hard daggers. If an animal gets caught on the spikes, it cannot escape. It slowly starves to death. Its corpse rots in the ground nearby, and the nutrients from the animal's body then washes into the soil, and that helps keep the paya to grow. Fast fact: animals as big as a sheep have been victims of the paya's sharp spikes. Did you know small birds squeeze between the paya's spikes to feed on the nectar? The birds then help spread the pollen from one plant to another. An angel trumpet. An angel's trumpet is named for its trumpet-shaped flowers. These colorful blossoms hang upside down like bells. But beware, this plant is a dangerous beauty. All plants of the angel's trumpet are deadly. All parts of the angel's trumpet are deadly. The seeds hold the most poison. Just touching the plant or breathing its scent can be painful. If an animal eats a few bites of the angel's trumpet, it becomes sleepy and confused. It may even hallucinate. Eating too much of the plant can be fatal. Hallucinate. To have hallucinations or experience as a hallucination. Did you know that some butterflies can eat angel's trumpet? They are not affected by the poison, which they store in their own bodies. This keeps animals from eating them too. Fast fact: angel's trumpets are also called moonflowers. This is because the plant opens its blossoms at night. A macanil tree. With its towering branches and small green fruits, the macanil tree looks welcoming, but do not be fooled. The macanil is the world's most dangerous tree. All parts of the macanil are poisonous. The tree oozes deadly white sap that burns the skin and leaves painful blisters. If the sap gets into a person's eyes, it can temporarily blind them. Eating the tree's poisonous fruit makes a person's body feel like it's on fire. Even a single bite can be deadly. Did you know in the past native people used to use the tree sap to poison the tips of their arrows? Fast fact: in Spanish, the macanil fruit is called Manzanilla de la Muerta. I'm sorry, I don't speak Spanish. This means little apple of death. Doll's eyes. The creepy doll's eyes plant looks like it's watching you. This plant grows shiny white berries on the top of a blood red stem. The berries have small dark spots on the end. They look like beady eyes. These bitter berries contain deadly poison. Eating more than 5 or 6 berries can be fatal. If an animal eats them, its heart stops. But most animals leave the plant alone anyway because the berries taste so bad. Did you know that when birds eat the doll's eye berries, its poison does not harm them? The bird later passes the seeds as waste, and the seed grows into a new plant. The fast fact: the doll's eyes grow best in shady places. In a woodland, Its eyes stick out in the gloom. Engineered to survive. Some plants live in spaces where the soil is poor. They trap insects and other animals to survive. They get their nutrients from their prey they need to live and grow. Some plants strangle other plants to get the support they need to grow. Some invade other plants to steal their food. Others stab, sting, or poison animals to keep them away. Many of these plants also taste bad. This warns animals not to eat them. Nature designed these killer plants to survive. Did you know some poisonous plants have bright red berries? This color warns animals to stay away. Fast fact: holly has hard, spiky leaves that poke animals that try to eat the plant. Hope you enjoyed learning about these dangerous plants.